What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again with another video, and today some more Dragon Ball for you. So sticking with this Android theme that I just decided to start yesterday after playing that Android 17 player, I actually want to talk a little bit about Android 18 today and why she was slept on for so long in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Again, if you like the content I'm putting out, please like this video or subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow. I would really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So actually, when the game came out, she was one of the first characters I was playing. She had like clear, or at least it seemed like clear offense when you knock him down with Android 17. She had pretty good, easy combo extension. She looked like a keeper. But pretty quickly, we would find out that Android 18 is the original super selfish character in this game. Let me explain why a little bit. So we have to start by remembering that, of course, in Season 1 and Season 2, you can only pick one assist in DBFZ. So character positions were a little bit more rigid than they are now. Like in Season 3, you have 3 assists to choose from. Most of the time, even if you still think that characters should be played in a certain position, that's fine. But it's much more common to see that a character can work in 2 positions or so, or even 3 positions rather than just 1. Now we quickly determined that 18 is pretty much almost always a point. There's very rarely where you would play her in other positions, and it's because of her assist. It is this move, barrier. So obviously the issue with her barrier is, compared to a normal assist that will just hit, hers will not hit no matter what you do at all. It's a defensive assist. So there are, of course, cases where you would lose out on damage because you can't do combos with it. You just can't. Now, of course, the benefits of it are really many. So, for example, you really just can't do anything while the barrier is up. The barrier will protect you, and you can basically do whatever you want. And it will be all good. So this leads us back to something I've been talking about a lot for the past week or two as far as team buildings, the amount of flexibility that the character gives. And she just really is not flexible. You can only play her on point, and your other characters need to be able to do high damage somehow without using 2 assists. So either it had to be just 1 assist or alone. Also in Season 1, especially at the beginning, the type of rushdown that people were doing, she wasn't quite able to do. So she had mix-ups and stuff. She has a command grab. She has, she could summon Android 17. She has to get level 3. But we didn't quite get there with her that quickly, as opposed to characters like Kibu, like Adult Gohan, like SSJ Vegeta, and other characters that were really popular at the beginning. On top of that too, one of the main things that were really good about her were not developed yet in the beginning of Season 1, and even like in the end of Season 1 really. She ended up being a Snap character, so her best mix-ups came from Snap, and she can kill you off them. So you might remember seeing combos like this with her. Into like left-right mix-ups that she could do, high-low mix-ups that she could do, and if she hit you with 2M off this, it was immediate spark and death. It was really strong, especially if you were playing against somebody who didn't know how to handle it. So all these things in mind, she ended up becoming a pretty rare character. Most people who ended up playing Android 18 usually did pretty well. She's technical, she requires you to know a lot about the game, and if you don't have knowledge about her, then as usual it's going to be really difficult to play against. Usually the big thing about characters that are underplayed in this game are usually the assists. Not usually that the character is bad, it's usually pretty uncommon that the character is actually weak. The devs do a pretty good job of balancing and creating Dragon Ball characters. Android 18 I think is a shining example of this in this game, but there's also characters like Blue Goku who, like, people generally think the character's strong, but the assists makes them feel like they can't play the character. That was a really big issue in Season 1 and Season 2, and that's why teams started being built the way they were, especially at the end of Season 2. Also, not for nothing, there are examples of strong 18 players in tournament, and probably the best example would be Shanks, because he played this team, my player 1 side team, pretty much for the entire duration of the game. And if you remember everything I talked about before, this team basically fixes all her problems and maximizes her strengths. And the other super good thing about this team that worked out really well for him, I don't expect him to have like built this team day one, like, I bet this is gonna happen. It's just like one of these things that work out when when the game is growing over time. The best thing about Shanks Team is that the team grew with the game. What do I mean by that? Like, every time there's like some new game-changing tech or something, the team could do it. So for example, even something as basic as stupid ass assist call, it had it. Being ahead of the game by having a beam assist ready to go. Instead of playing SSJ Vegeta like everyone else when the game came out, he had a beam from the jump, and now we know that beams are pretty much the best type of assist. In Season 2, he has Snap already with Android 18, and later on, since he has Adult Gohan and SSJ Goku, he has really easy access to Universal Fuzzy, and not only that, 18 and Adult Gohan get it together, so he can hit you with Android 18 and DHC, so Super, into Gohan and Dragon Rush, and then start Universal Fuzzy. It was really strong. So this team was able to grow as the game grew and developed, which is really strong. So if you haven't seen that combo before, by the way, here's a quick example. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. I actually started the game with this character in the closed beta and open beta. Maybe she was in the closed beta, I forget. But I definitely was playing her in the open beta. She was really fun. But I came across that same roadblock. I'm sure a lot of us who tried her when the game came out, or even tried her in Season 2, came across that roadblock. I also played a team that happened to have Android 18 mid. I played Ginyu 18, which I thought was sick, but then they nerfed 16. 16 was the character that really helped put that team together. I just stopped playing her, but I thought she was strong pretty much the whole time. I'm thinking she's pretty good right now too, but with a new assist, hopefully we'll see some more people playing her. She seems pretty common online too, but you know, that's online, so like the online character selection has always been different from like tournament play. As usual, let me know if you have any questions or comments. Leave them in the comment section. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.